Nation, to your home opening broadcast of the Iowa Central football team as they look to take on Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy based out of Oklahoma. It's going to be a good one today as we are packed inside of Dodger Stadium. The crowd is wearing blue and white, and we are ready to support our men as they come out onto the field getting ready to go for week number 3. As the season has gone so far, they spent the first 2 weeks on the road. Week number 1, they went up against number 5, Lackawanna, and they got the victory, 28-21. They started off a bit slow, 7-21 early on, and that drove all the way into the fourth quarter. But Byron Jarrett had a talk with his offensive lineman, had him try to get them together, take the pressure off Byron Jarrett and Bayal Coney, and they got a drive going, scoring 21 unanswered points to score 28-21, getting the victory over Lackawanna. And then they traveled over to the College of DuPage, where it was a blowout, 41-14. They dominated all ends of the spectrum there. Some of the key distractions so far for this team on the offensive side of the ball is that we have lost 4 of our starting offensive linemen. A lot of them were ICAC All-Americans, a lot of them first team for the NJCAA. Our one returning offensive lineman, our left tackle, Maximus McCree, who will make the start today at Dodger Stadium. He was granted that freshman, sophomore, extra year of eligibility because of COVID. Along with him, starting at left guard, Reese Steele, center, Elijah Heatherston, right guard, Samaje Finch-Garrett, and right tackle, Reggie Young, making their debut here at Dodger Stadium. Going to play here for the first time in their collegiate career. Along with that, starting at quarterback for the Tritons, Byron Jarrett, the 3-year Triton player, took the Tritons all the way down to the very first hosted bowl game here in Dodger Stadium, the Graphic Edge Bowl, when they went on to take on New Mexico Military Institute and got the victory 23-21 just a few months ago. Now that's going to be a key distinction coming into this one. The Iowa Central Tritons played almost all throughout summer, more than halfway through summer, matter of fact, so their preparation time has not been as lax as it has in years in the past. And here comes the Tritons. They got Brownie on the call, the PA man up there in the booth. The Tritons are running out. They got the Triton theme song blaring. They are ready to go. This is the first time we've been able to do a full production here since the COVID year. The stands are packed. Got the cheerleaders out today along with our boys in blue, the band. Getting ready, marching down, and we are ready to go. You are listening to Hank Ambrose from Triton Nation. So we got the TV radio production crew here, some of our other starters on the day. At running back, we'll see Dalen Body, returning sophomore. We'll see wide receiver Desna Washington, who had a touchdown grab just a week ago, a leading receiver for the Tritons. And then in the slot, we will see wide receiver number 3, Jordan Cum. On the way left side, we will see Jalen Willis, the redshirt sophomore for the Tritons. Haven't seen him play at home yet. Big chance here at home to make his opening debut. Hasn't got a touchdown yet for the Tritons, but I'd love to see it happen today. At kicker, returning sophomore Colin Swigman. Along with that, our kick returner on the day will more than likely be Major Williams. Now on the defensive side of the ball, our defensive end, Blake Whaley. Defensive end on the left side, number 44, Tristan Waugh. He was a beast last year. Got so many sacks to go for him last year. At defensive tackle, we'll see Wesley Basil along with Garrett Olendike, who also plays this hybrid linebacker type role. His brother's also on the team. We'll mention him later. Strong side linebacker, number 17, Noah Epley. Number 19, middle linebacker, Dion Coleman. Weak side linebacker will be 31, Bryant Barrier. At cornerback, Bayal Coney. Free safety, C.J. Christian. Strong safety, Major Williams, and cornerback Deontay Nelson. All 4 of those defensive backs are returning players. Major Williams, possibly the best player on this whole Iowa Central team, as we had the Moment with Montalto show earlier this week on Monday at 4:30 p.m. Our show is going to be scheduled at 6 p.m. from here on out on 88.1 The Point. You'll have to check that out. He talked a little bit about Major Williams being the best player on the team. Last year, he only played with one hand, as for the majority of the season, he was in a cast. But I tell you what, he had 2 pick sixes early on. Had a great game against Iowa Western, which Iowa Western is traveling here, which is possibly going to be the game of the week. Excited to go here. I'd also like to announce the NJCAA announced a change to the crowning of a national champion in football this year, as 4 teams will advance to the NJCAA playoffs, just like they do in the NCAA for football. Currently, the Tritons are ranked number 8, so they have a huge shot at improving today, going up against the 0-2 Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy. As it looks like the Tritons are going to line up to be the kick return. They're going to be the boys in blue today, ready to go. ACD Black and Back is playing, but today, back in blue. You're listening to Hank Ambrose providing the play-by-play coverage on Triton Nation today. The sirens are blaring, and we are ready to go. Here we go now. Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy to line up the Panthers, looking for their first win as a football team this season. This game was originally supposed to be played in Oklahoma, but a change of plans as Tritons added another home game onto their schedule this season. Gordon Fine Arts lining up to kick it off. Major Williams and Delonte Jones back there to return for the Tritons. Let's see what they can do with it. And here goes the whistle. Get ready, Triton fans, as we got a boot via Landon Webster, their quarterback. It's going to be a fair catch called. Brought in by the Tritons. That was Bryant Barrier on the catch. He's going to be marked down around the Triton 35-yard line. The Tritons to be working left to right on your video screen, south to north when it goes for directions. Let's see what they can do right here in their opening drive. Byron Jarrett and the boys, here we go. Gonna get the band back together again. Tune it up, folks. We're getting ready to go here once again. You're tuned into Hank Ambrose here on Triton Nation. Opening play, empty backfield. Byron Jarrett alone. Trips to the weak side, doubles on the strong. Gonna have to snap it here. Byron Jarrett taking his time. Stack formation now. Byron Jarrett looking, gonna dump it off. He's gonna hit his intended receiver. Slant, pass complete to Jalen Wills. Gonna be a pickup of 15. Jalen Wills, way to go. One play and one first down for the Iowa Central Tritons. Move those chains. Here we go now. Byron Jarrett doubles to the strong. Got trips out to the weak side. Byron Jarrett back to pass. Same play back to back. Swing pass. Complete to Jordan Coombe. Gonna make a man miss and break his tackle. Working his way up to possibly another first down. It's gonna be close here. Yes, they will move the chains. 2 plays and 2 first downs for the Iowa Central Tritons, and they are moving the rock. Here we go. Iowa Central Tritons now in the shotgun. Jordan Coombe gonna line up as a blocking back. He was in motion. Here we go now. Gonna be a play action out to Coombe. Coombe getting the ball once again. Pass complete. Gonna pick up near 15 yards. A 10-yard game and then a 15-yard game. On back-to-back Jordan Coombe receptions. The Tritons are rolling. 3 plays, 3 first downs for the Iowa Central Tritons. Gordon Fine Arts, do they have an answer for them? Tritons topping over the Panthers. Here we go now. Double halfback set, out of the gun. Here we go, quarterback keeper, Byron Jarrett working up the middle. Byron Jarrett breaks a tackle. He's going to lunge forward. Is it a touchdown? Yes, sirree. Iowa Central Tritons strike first. It took them 4 plays. In a minute and a half, Byron Jarrett with the quarterback keeper with an 18-yard rushing touchdown. Way to go, Tritons. Byron Jarrett getting it done. I tell you what, first 3 plays were passing. I was expecting a passing touchdown to come sooner than later, but that will go down as an 18-yard rushing touchdown for Byron Jarrett. Putting the boys on top. Here goes Colin Swigman. First kick to this 2021 season in Dodger Stadium. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 as the Tritons keep it right here. Wow, 7-0. The Tritons looking very impressive so far. There goes the cheer squad coming out. Let's go, boys in blue. See what the Panthers will have in return for us. Starting at quarterback today for Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy, we will see number 7, Landon Webster. Along with him, we will see a lot of action from Ryan Anderson, their starting wide receiver. On the weak side, Vashon Plaisir and Tiki Henderson. See, we're going to have a mix of Taishun Bender. Something to look out for in this game today is Gordon Fine Arts only have 35 total players on their roster. And, you know, that's not a lot for a football team. As the Tritons, they have near 60, 70. And I'm not even counting the red shirts. So the Tritons, they're packed. They got a good advantage today when it comes to size. And you can definitely tell by the sideline that the Tritons are a much bigger school, much bigger roster compared to the Panthers. The Tritons now are going to line up to kick. We're getting ready to go here. The whistle. Colin Swigman to kick. And it's a booming kick. Back deep into the woods. Get out of here. Goodbye, football. As Gordon Fine Arts are going to have a touchback. They'll take over on their own 25-yard line with 13 minutes and 47 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Gordon Fine Arts didn't look too impressive in their opening drive on defense. Maybe their offense has a different story. They will have multiple players playing both ways, so stamina is going to be a key factor in this one as well. Landon Webster to line up in the shotgun. In the backfield with them, Dougie Sharp. Here we go now. Webster to hand it off to Sharp. Get stuffed at the line, little fella. Here we go. Here comes a 2nd and 10 now on the 25. Dougie Sharp has no answer for this Triton defense. Here we go now. Here comes a 2nd and 9 officially on the Panther 26. They're working right to left on your video screen. That is north to south as it goes for directions. Today, Dodger Stadium, beautiful day out. Light blue skies. It's a little hot, but that's okay. I'm also wearing a sweater. Not good for me, I guess. Here we go now. 7-0, Tritons are on top. Shotgun formation for Landon Webster. He'll hand it off to Dougie Sharp. Sharp is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring for a 3rd and 8. The Tritons defense is too strong. Bryant Barrier got there first. Tristan Wall was following right behind him. The boys mean business. Iowa Central Tritons looking fierce. 12 minutes, 40 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The Tritons, they ain't playing no games today. They're coming in this one, they want to come out with a victory. Landon Webster is going to line up in the shotgun. We'll see trips out to the left, the weak side. Watch out for Tiki Henderson in the slot. Uh-oh, man in motion. Here we go now. He's going to fire over the middle. Interception, Iowa Central Tritons. Wow. That is number 31 on the interception. Bryant Barrier, he's all over today. He's caught a kickoff return. He got himself the first tackle of the ball game, and now he's picked off the quarterback, Landon Webster. Bryant Barrier, have yourself a day. In 3 plays, it took just a minute and a half for Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy to turn the ball over. Bryant Barrier gonna let the Tritons take over on the Panther 37-yard line. They are moving and grooving. Here we go now. Drive number 2, Tritons. Empty backfield. See Cal Wiedemann back there. Doubles to the left. We'll have Coombe in motion. Here goes Byron Jarrett. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Going to be a pickup of more than 10, more than 20. Here we go. To the 15, to the 10, to the 8-yard line. Byron Jarrett. He's got wheels, and he is turning them. Wow. Byron Jarrett, what can he not do? 12 minutes to go in quarter number 1, and the Tritons are moving. Byron Jarrett going to take his time. No need to hurry up. You've gotten almost a 15-yard play every single drive so far. Here we go. Play number 6 in total for the Tritons. They'll send a man in motion. It's Desno Washington, possibly Byron's favorite option. A lot of time. He's going to survey the field. He's going to try to hit a man. It's going to be an incomplete pass. The first time the Tritons have not gained a yard today. 11 minutes, 31 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The Tritons are up 7-0 as they are in the Panther red zone. Byron Jarrett back there in the gun with Dalen Body and Levon Bellamy. He will hand off Body. Body looking to body someone. Working up the field, puts his shoulder down, and bodies a Panther. Gets into the end zone. Reservation for 6, like the good old Rob Jones would say. And the Tritons strike once again. 13-0. They are on top with 11 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Dalen Body making the right maneuver, making the right man miss, putting his shoulder down, and making it 13 for the Tritons. Colin Swigman now to line up to kick the PAT. Kyle Wiedemann, the placeholder. Wiedemann's got great hands, great placement. Swigman gets it up, and it is good. 14-zip with 11 minutes, 23 seconds to go officially for the Tritons, as each side will line up for kickoff. So we're looking good so far. I love it. As a Triton fan, you're listening to Hank Ambrose covering the Iowa Central Tritons going up against Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy. So far, it's peaches and cream for the Iowa Central Tritons. Let's see if they can keep it rolling. If you're just joining us, Byron Jarrett had an 18-yard rushing touchdown, along with Dalen Body. As of recently, just had an 8-yard rushing touchdown. The ground game is present for the Tritons, and they are making it a delight. The Tritons looking phenomenal so far in their season opener at home, at their home season opener, I should say. Brian Barrier, he wants to battle against Byron Jarrett for the player of the game, it seems. So far, we're too early to tell. Only 11 minutes and 23 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. We've only had 3.5 minutes to take off the first quarter clock. Colin Swigman to line up for kickoff. Light breeze here at Dodger Stadium. Swigman to boot it up, going back deep into the woods. Going to be fielded down now. That's Fidel Tal Pitts. Tal Pitts might have fumbled it, might have been stripped. Did he jump back on it? Yes. The Panthers jumped back on it. He fielded it down to about the 5 and brought it forward for about 6 more yards, where the Panthers will take over on their 11-yard line. They will work right to left on your video screen. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Panthers taking over 1st and 10 with 11 minutes and 19 seconds to go in quarter number 1. So far, it's pretty rocky for them. Might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed so far. You don't know. They haven't showed life yet. Tritons are up 14-0 early on. They're on the 11. Landon Webster in the shotgun with Dougie Sharp. Doubles on each side. To snap it, back to pass. He's going to have to roll out to the left. He's going to hit Dougie Sharp. Dougie puts a man on a mission. That is a Triton tackler. That was Zach. No. That was, let's see here. Deontay Nelson got there in time for the tackle. Nelson wearing the number 9 today. I had to double check my roster here. Usually he's in the number 21. Number 9 is his home uniform, evidently. Here we go now. In the pistol. Trips out to the right. The strong side. Landon Webster back to pass. He's looking right. He will fire. Ooh, almost another interception for the Iowa Central Tritons. Noah Epley was there in time to break up the pass, as he almost got interception number 2 for this Triton defense. That would have came down in a big way if Noah Epley came around for the interception. Third and 10. Gordon Fine Arts in the double, in the shotgun formation. Trying to look for their first yard gainage of the day. Back to pass. Landon Webster looking long. He will fire for an out route. He's going to make it an incomplete pass. Major Williams was there for the defensive coverage. Here comes a 4th and 10 now, as here comes the punting unit for Gordon Fine Arts. 10 minutes, 29 seconds to go in quarter number 1. You're listening to Hank Ambrose on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in from everywhere. Once again, it is 14-0. Tritons are steamrolling. Punting unit will come out. Fidel Tao Pitts is the punter for Gordon Fine Arts. He's also the slot wide receiver. So we got to watch out for him. He's very athletic. But I don't think you could take it in your own end zone. Be very risky. Here we go now. The punt is up. It's going to be booted for about 25 yards. It's going to take a Triton bounce, and the Tritons will take over on the Panther 37-yard line officially. Wow. They are looking excellent. Last drive, they took over on their own 38 as well, so maybe 38's their lucky number today, and they can keep it rolling. The Triton offense will come out. Byron Jarrett is back there with Levon Bellamy. He's a halfback in this Triton offense, not the workhorse guy. Running the committee here for the Iowa Central Tritons. And it looks like Byron Jarrett's going to pull Gordon Fine Arts offsides. Nearly the whole defensive line jumped. And that's just being a little too aggressive. Gordon Fine Arts wanting a sack, evidently, against Byron Jarrett. I'm assuming it'll go against Gordon Fine Arts or a false start. Yep, it'll be an offsides against the defense. 5-yard penalty, and it will remain first down. It'll be a 1st and 10, and now the Tritons will take over on their own on the Panther 32-yard line. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Tritons in the shotgun, doubles on each side. Gonna send a man in motion, it's Bellamy. Tritons back to pass, it's Byron Jarrett. Gonna fire a corner route, sending it over. Big time reception, gonna be caught. Anik McKenzie gonna work his way forward. Panthers think that they stripped it down. The refs are gonna stop the play. Hezekiah Dooney was there on the tackle. That will be a Triton first down. So they're gonna say Anik McKenzie was down due to contact. Yep. The head official gonna make his statement clear. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Tritons in the shotgun. Levon Bellamy back there. We have trips out to the weak side. Byron Jarrett is going to be back to pass. He's looking for the end zone. He will fire, intended for Desno Washington. The 6'5" wide receiver is somehow a little too short for that pass. Which you can't really say that about a lot of 6'5" athletes. Too short for something, but that pass was a little too high. So we will see a 2nd and 10 with 9 minutes and 58 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The Tritons line up in the gun. Wiedemann, the blocking back. Byron Jarrett to hand off to Levon Bellamy. Bellamy making his way forward, making a man miss, gonna break 2 tackles and lunge forward for a first down. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Tritons on the Panther 2-yard line. What can't the Tritons do? They can pass it, they can run it, and they can cause turnovers on downs. Looking excellent so far. Doubles out to the weak side. Shotgun, Levon Bellamy. Byron Jarrett gonna keep it for himself. He will have a play action, hitting Anik McKenzie for the first passing touchdown on the day, overall the 3rd touchdown. Anik McKenzie with the 2-yard touchdown reception. He's looking dominant. Byron Jarrett has done everything on the ground and through the air. Colin Swigman going to have a busy day kicking PATs and kickoffs. Colin Swigman. Line up to kick it. It's going to be up. And he is 100% so far. 21-0. The Tritons are on top. How much better can you be if you're the Iowa Central Tritons? They are driving down the field like it's a Ferrari. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Iowa Central Tritons. Now, something that Gordon Fine Arts are going to have to look for is life. They haven't showed any heart. They've only picked up yardage on one play on offense so far. And so far, they're just stunned on the road. But once they start showing some life, you think they could possibly dig themselves out of a hole. But at this moment, the Tritons have shown no weakness so far. Dominance from everywhere on the field. Teams are going to line up to kick off. For the fourth time today, Tritons started with the ball. They will kick off. Let's talk a little bit about last week. Byron Jarrett threw for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alec Trujillo, the backup quarterback, had 47 yards and a passing touchdown as well. Desno Washington caught 2 touchdowns. Washington finished with 4 receptions for 80 yards, while Madison Ridgeway had 3 for 84 and a score. Dalen Body also added 126-yard rushing, including an 82-yard touchdown jaunt. 21-0, 9 minutes and 32 seconds to go. It's going to be a touchback for the Panthers. They're going to take over on their own 25. They will work right to left on your video screen. Exactly 9 minutes, 32 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The Tritons have scored enough to make it a complete football game already. 21-0. Landon Webster, audible slot right, I heard on the field, doubles to the strong side. Extra lineman in, it's a tight end. Webster back to pass, he's looking long, he will fire. Pass intended for number 4, it's going to go far outside. Tyron Goodley, the intended receiver. Landon Webster yet to complete a pass. He's waiting for it. 21-0. The clock will stop. So far, it may be a lot of celebration today in Dodger Stadium. Tritons looking dominant. Here we go now. Gordon Fine Arts to line up in the shotgun. Their primary formation. Webster, back to pass. He's looking, pressure. Here comes a sack. No, he avoided a sack. He's going to work his way forward. A fumble. Jump on it. No. The Panthers jumped on it, but Landon Webster was hickstick to the ground by Tristan Waugh. Showed him a little bit of mustard and muscle on that last hit. Fumbled the ball, but luckily for the Panthers, they jumped on it. It was Mike Frank that jumped on it for the Panthers. So here comes a 3rd and 6. Going to be on the Panther 29-yard line. We're going to see the shotgun formation once again. It appears the main formation for them. What they're most comfortable in. Doubles on the left and right. Webster back to pass. Pressure, he's going to have to fire it. Pass complete. Great catch that time by Pitts. He's going to have enough for a Panther first down. Wow, that was a great snag. Lots of pressure going against Landon Webster. Landon Webster took a huge shot, and he's down. Uh-oh. Hope Webster's okay. I think he took the shot to the ribs. Hopefully, maybe just the wind got knocked out of him. He had a lot of pressure. He had to throw it within a second and a half, probably. We're going to stick with you right here to make sure Landon Webster's okay. If you're just tuning in, the score, 21-0. How we got here, 18-yard rushing touchdown by Byron Jarrett. Dalen Body had an 8-yard rush touchdown as well. After that, Anik McKenzie, a 2-yard receiving touchdown. Byron Jarrett's got 2 touchdowns on the day. The Tritons are looking really good so far, and we have a Panther player down, the starting quarterback for them. It's Landon Webster. Panthers have one more quarterback on the roster. It's number 12, Reggie West, who hasn't played a game yet for the Panthers. Trying to look for him. See him on the bench. Head staff, Looking over Landon Webster. They got him to his feet. Going to get claps all around on the Triton side. He's going to walk off with his own power. So let's see who they bring out at quarterback. On my roster sheet, it says they have one more, but they may bring out just a halfback to play a wildcat role. It will be a first down. The Panthers will have it on their own 42-yard line. Landon Webster goes to the sideline. Get checked out. I hope he's okay. Hope the best for his health. Here we go now. Let's see who the Panthers bring out to play at quarterback. I see two backs in the backfield. Brownie says Fidel Tao Pitts at quarterback. Yes, it is. Number 14. He will snap it and hand it off to the tailback. That was a Dougie Sharp on the run. Going to have a pickup of 2. It'll be a 2nd and 8. Ball will be on the 43-yard line on the Panther side. 8 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Second and 8 here. Fidel Tao Pitts, who just made the first down grab, is now in at quarterback for the Panthers. We see a double. Pitts now back to pass. He's got pressure. He's going to have to step up. Gets clobbered near the line of scrimmage. That's a sack for the Iowa Central Tritons. Let's see who got there first. It was Bryant Barrier. Bryant Barrier is everywhere today. He got the interception earlier, and now he's getting there for the sack. Garrett Olendyke was his sidekick, who got there second. Garrett Olendyke and Bryant Barrier. They're crazy. I got a chance to sit with them on the bus last year when we traveled over to Upper Iowa to take on ASA Miami, and such sweet guys. Really nice guys, sit together, good pals, roommates here at Iowa Central Community College. And you know, they were just so nice, showed a lot of respect to me. See them in the halls every now and then, so just shout out to Bryant Barrier alongside Garrett Olendyke. Here we go now. Pitts gonna take it for himself, but another sack for the Tritons. And who other than number 35, Garrett Olendyke, the man I was just talking about. That's his second sack on the day, bringing it to a 4th and very long for the Panthers. It'll be a 4th and 15 officially on the Panther 36-yard line. Wow. The Panthers going to come out and punt. Fidel Pitts is their punter. So once again, we haven't seen him throw the ball yet, but he's gotten 2 receptions and 1 rush on the day. Leading the Panthers in yards. He looks tired. He's hunched over. He's got to be one of the most athletic players in all of the NJCAA. Here we go now. Uh-oh, high snap. Going to have to boot it quick. He did get it off. Going to punt it towards the 45-yard line where the Tritons will take over. On the Triton 43-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Tritons got a lot of time this quarter, a lot of time this half to make their mark as well. Oh. And a flag was on the field, they will call a legal touch. That means a Panther touched it before it touched the ground. So the ball will be placed where that touch had happened. So actually the Tritons will take over on their own 47. They'll be working left to right on your TV screen, excuse me. Shotgun formation now. Doubles on the weak side. Handoff, body. Working his way forward, up the field. Going to be enough for a first down and about 5 more. 15-yard gain for the Iowa Central Tritons. When was the last time the Tritons didn't pick up a first down on a play? I don't remember. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go. The handoff, back to body, back to back, body looking for a blocker. He found one, Desna Washington, to throw a man to the ground, and body to lunge for another Triton first down. It's hammer time for the Iowa Central Tritons. They are up 21-0, moving the rock and moving the chain gang. 5.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. The Tritons looking unstoppable, and the Panthers have no answer for them. In the shotgun, blocking back in formation. Back to pass. Byron Jarrett looking long, looking for the end zone. He will fire for Anik McKenzie, and he is wide open. Wide open in the end zone. Anik McKenzie gets his second touchdown snag of the day. That'll go for a 30-yard touchdown grab. Iowa Central Tritons going to be at 27-0 before the PAT. Wow, Byron Jarrett doing it all today. This gets me excited. We might be able to see some of the up-and-comers for this Triton squad. Alex Trujillo is the second-string quarterback for the Tritons. He may come into the ball game earlier than expected. 28-0. The Tritons are up, looking dominant here. You're listening to Hank Ambrose covering it on Triton Nation YouTube channel. We'd like to thank you for tuning in and welcome you all over here as we are in Dodger Stadium. The Tritons are looking good so far. I have no complaints. 5 stars for the Tritons. The Panthers, they'll line up to kick return for the 4th time today. They kicked off to begin this game, so they will return the kick in the second half. If you just joined us, you missed out on an 18-yard rushing touchdown from the Triton quarterback, Byron Jarrett. Then we handed off to Dalen Body for an 8-yard rush touchdown, and then back-to-back Anik McKenzie receiving touchdowns. Byron Jarrett has 3 total touchdowns on the day. The Tritons got an interception with Bryant Barrier. Garrett Olddyke has got 2 sacks on the day. Tristan Waugh also has contributed to a tackle for loss for the Iowa Central Tritons. Colin Swigman to line up to kick. He's going to have a busy day kicking today for the Iowa Central Tritons if they keep it up. Swigman. Ball's up in the light blue sky. Placed down on the 8. Here comes Pitts to return. He'll wake his way forward for 12 yards for 15 yards, and he will be brought down on the Panther 29, where they'll take over with 5 minutes and 13 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The rule has to get to 35 points for continuous clock to be put on here at Dodger Stadium. Score being 28-0 right now, the Tritons would have to score one more time to see a continuous clock. So we're looking at doubles in the shotgun. Landon Webster's back in the ball game after he just went out holding his ribs. It's good to see him back. They had to make a makeshift wide receiver their quarterback for a drive. Substitution infraction against the offense. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. 12 men break in the huddle. That is not good for the Panthers. Panthers, you got to be ready to play football against Iowa Central Tritons. They're a great football squad. They're going to be on their own 25, working right to left on your video screen. 15 yards, 1st and 15. Here we go now. It's going to be a handoff for Dougie. They're saying the Tritons want a fumble. They're saying that the Tritons jumped on it. The Tritons, yes, sir, they recovered the fumble. It was number 19 for the Iowa Central Tritons that jumped on it. Fumble recovered by Deion Coleman. Shout out Brownie up there in the booth. Got it down before I did. The Tritons now to take over on the Panther 25-yard line. Tritons going to leave their starters out there. We see Byron Jarrett, Dalen Body in the backfield. Joined alongside him is Levon Bellamy. The Tritons now going to send a man in motion. It's Jordan Kuhn. Byron Jarrett, he will hand it off to Body. Body working his way forward. Going to pick up a 1st down and much more. Whoa, got some extracurricular on the field. Laundry is thrown down. Oh, goodness. Got some extra words here. We don't want that. We want some sportsmanship here at Dodger Stadium. Let's see what they call. I'm assuming it'll be a personal foul. 3 flags thrown in the same area, so pretty obvious call. And what I think is we're going to see a personal foul. The Triton helmet did fall off. It was an offensive lineman for the Tritons. I believe it was Samaje Finch-Garrett. So he'll have to sit out a play if that is true. Still waiting for the call from the refs. 28-0. 4 minutes, 58 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Face mask, full dead ball. Face mask on the defense, number 12. And personal foul, late hit on the defense. Those penalties off.
Okay, so it'll be 2 penalties against the defense. What? That's not right. The head official is confused. I don't think he said it right. So, from what I understand, is it was a personal foul against the offense, but then it'll be a face mask against the defense, so those penalties will offset. The head official, when announcing it, had it backwards. Regardless, we're back to Triton football. We are on the Panther 11-yard line. The Tritons looking ready to score. They will hand off to Levon Bellamy. Bellamy working his way forward, going to take a big hit, but he will fall forward for a gain of about 7. Second down and goal for the Tritons. 4.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. You're listening to Hank Ambrose. Byron Jarrett in the gun. Oh, they're going to get a man to jump. It's going to be half the distance to the goal unless they call it against the Tritons. But I saw a Panther jump first. I believe it was their defensive tackle, Khalil Anthony Payton Jr.
Offside.
Yep.
On the defense.
Offsides on the defense. It'll remain second down, half the distance to the goal. It's going to be a second and goal just a few yards away. 2 officially, says by the line crew. Dalen Body in motion. Byron Jarrett going to fire for him. And Dalen Body going to have a rushing touchdown and a 2-yard receiving touchdown. Body, way to go. Tritons go up 34-0 before the PAT. Colin Swigman, like I said, he's going to have a busy day. If you don't know, earlier on in the summer, Snow College took on Gordon Fine Arts, and they beat them 85-0. Well, we know how close it was when the Tritons battled Snow College at home. So you're kind of expecting the same outcome or the same direction of how this would go, but this is great for the Tritons. 35-0. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Tritons, unstoppable. Panthers still looking for an answer. Trying to find life. Haven't found it yet. The Tritons, too good, too good. The Tritons to line up to kick off for the sixth time today. They've kicked off 5 times already. I'd just like to plug, if you miss any part of the game so far, join Hank Ambrose as Coach Montalto comes on 88.1 The Point, as we're going to have Moments with Montalto. Monday at 6 p.m. All throughout this season, we're going to talk Triton football, along with some Triton volleyball, soccer, baseball, rugby, and everything else that goes on here at the campus on Iowa Central Territory. That is Moments with Montalto every Monday night, 6 p.m. on 88.1 The Point. Colin Swigman to kick off. Back deep into the woods in the Panther end zone. He will take it back. Here we go. Tyron Goodley with the catch. He's going to be stopped back. Oh, a helmet's going to come off. Oh, goodness. That was a clobbering hit. Jeez. Looked like a WWF finisher he put on the man. Oh my goodness. Who got there first for the Tritons? He lost possession of the football, but they might call him down. It would be Dylan Kane that got there, the linebacker for the Iowa Central Tritons, that smacked him to the turf. It was Tyron Goodley on the return. I tell you what, he's very familiar with the Dodger turf now, as he touched the earth surface hard. His helmet came off. He's okay. A flag is on the field. Unsure of what they'll call. It was back there by Goodley. Hopefully it's not a helmet to helmet. That would be too bad if it is. That's the second time now that the Panthers' helmet has flown off after a man was tackled. You're going to have to find a way to strap their helmets on better, because it's not good for them helmets to be flying off like that. On the return, personal foul on the kicking team. Oh. It'll be a face mask against the Tritons. A 15-yard penalty will be gained on the Panthers side, and it'll be a first down for the Panthers. If that penalty didn't happen, I tell you what, I think the Tritons would have taken it over inside the 5-yard line. But regardless, we are ready to go here. Landon Webster back in at quarterback for the Panthers. We see shotgun formation, doubles on each side. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Swing pass. Keyshawn Johnson going to be drugged out of play. Malik Okur got there in time to lay down the hammer. 35-0, Tritons are on top. 2nd and 8. Landon Webster in the gun. We're looking at doubles. Once again, their favorite formation. Can't say it's worked too well for them, knowing they have 0 points, haven't moved to the other side of the field yet. Oh, Landon Webster, I don't know where he was aiming for. It looked like he was trying to throw it back to his home state in Texas. He hauls from Waynesville, Texas. That ball went way south of us. It'll be a 3rd down and 9. Ball will be placed on the Panther 20-yard line. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. The Tritons looking dominant here. Tritons coming out with the Iowa State defense, that 3-5-3 that they run under Coach Campbell. Coach Montalto's got the same idea. Here we go now. Gonna dump it off now for Doug Sharp. Dougie Sharp moving his way forward. The Tritons almost moved him forward to a first down. It's gonna be a 4th and short. I think it's gonna be a gain of 4. We're looking at a 4th and 5. The Panthers head coach unit says to punt it. Panthers have picked up 1 first down today in the first quarter. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in quarter number 1, as each side will line up to punt. CJ Christian and Jordan Coombe both are back deep to return for the Tritons. They got 2 returners back there. You don't usually see that. I think they're thinking maybe a fake can happen. If you want to show something, you might as well show a fake. I mean, you don't got a lot to lose when you're down 35-0. Uh-oh. Delay of game against the offense.
5-yard penalty, remain 4th down.
It'll remain 4th down, 5-yard penalty. So they will move them back to the 20-yard line where they originally started. A punt. Kick it up. It's going to be a punt of a net yard of 35. CJ Christian to field it down. He's going to keep it in play. He's going to work up the middle. He's going to, get a huge block. Uh-oh. They're going to call a personal foul against the Tritons. CJ Christian now moves backwards. He moved forward and then he moved backwards. He moved it forward about 25 yards, but then he moved backwards about 12. And we'll also have a flag on the play. It's going to go against the Iowa Central Tritons, number 91, I believe. Absolutely clobbered a man. Ezekiah Gooley was there on the tackle. Head officials still talking over the penalty marker. It was thrown down when the Tritons number 91 made contact to a kickoff player.
During the return, block in the back.
Yep. During the return, a block in the back against the Tritons. Demetrius Walker, the freshman, had bad intentions there. Lowered his shoulder, blocking in the back. You can't do that. 35-0, 2 minutes and 9 seconds. The Tritons will take over. Ball will be placed on the Triton 46-yard line. Tritons working left to right on your video screen. Empty backfield for Byron Jarrett. He'll stay in the game with the rest of the starters. They want to run up the score. Byron Jarrett to snap it. Back to pass. He's looking long. He'll step up to avoid the pressure. He will fire to Jordan Coombe. Jordan Coombe, 15-yard reception. Here comes 20. Spin move. Going to pick up 7 yards after the catch. We will see a 22-yard gain, approximately, for the Tritons. The Tritons will get the first down and take over on the Panther 26. Tritons are playing this like a video game. As if they're on easy difficulty, they may need to bump it up to hard. Here we go now. Byron Jarrett going to hit a corner route to Jordan Coombe. Back-to-back receptions for Jordan Coombe. He's got 2 receptions for over 40 yards on this drive. The Tritons now going to be inside the Panther 15-yard line. As the breeze is picked up, my papers are flying. I got him back. Here we go now. Uh-oh, looked like they got a man jumping. Might as well take a shot to the end zone. Byron Jarrett back to pass after the play action. He's looking for the end zone. He may keep it. Yes, sir. Byron Jarrett's going to keep it for himself. Going to pick up 5. Uh-oh. Byron Jarrett landed on the ball. They're going to help him up. Byron Jarrett, big man. 6'4", 230-pound quarterback. He's hard to tackle, and he's sneaky quick. Not a lot of guys can move like him. 230 pounds, 6'3", 6'4", around that range. Oh my goodness. He looks like a tight end out there. Byron Jarrett now, 2nd and 5. On the Triton, on the Panther 9-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips out to the weak side. We're going to be back to pass, fade route to the corner of the end zone, intended for Desno Washington. It's going to go wide. 35-0, the Tritons are on top as they see their first 3rd down. Let's see what they do on their first attempted 3rd down conversion inside the Panther 10-yard line. 56 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. The Tritons dominating performance today in their home opener for the 2021 season. Gonna snap it. Gonna send it over to Madison Ridgeway. Gonna work up the field. He will be brought into the end zone. Jalen Harris, correction. Jalen Harris on the reception. He's going to work his way into the end zone for his first touchdown grab of the day. 41-0 with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Harris had Ridgeway's number from last season. He was a role model to him. So Jalen Harris, he'll wear it this season. Colin Swigman now to kick. PAT is good. He's 6 for 6. 42-0. The Tritons up with 50 seconds to go in quarter number 1. As Harris just had himself a 10-yard receiving touchdown. 2nd for his career as a Triton. Byron Jarrett has got himself 5 touchdowns. Is it 5? Yes, 5 touchdowns on the day. 3 throwing touchdowns, 1 on the run. And then we got a touchdown for Dalen Body, a rushing touchdown. Looking dominant early on. Dowtal Pitts, the wide receiver for the Panthers, had to come in to play a little bit of quarterback when their starter went down. Landon Webster, he did check back into the ball game. Hasn't been very successful running the Panther offense. They run a lot of shotgun formation, and the Tritons know exactly what they try to do with it. Colin Swigman to kick off for the Tritons. There'll be a touchback. He sent it way back deep into the woods. He tried to send it over to McNeil Field, the baseball park here in Dodger Stadium. So the Panthers to take over on their 25-yard line, working right to left on your video screen. Let's see if they can put together a complete drive here. They're going to keep their starters out. I see Landon Webster calling the huddle. Here's some of the coaches on Gordon's side trying to talk it over with their guys. Motivate them to try to come back into this one. Webster in the shotgun. Doubles on each side. He'll be back to pass. He's looking for a short. Oh, nearly picked off for the Iowa Central Tritons. Just going to sail over the head that time for the Tritons. Pass was intended for Tiki Henderson, only his second target on the day so far. On the coverage for the Tritons, I believe it was E.J. Perry. Yes, number 20, E.J. Perry. .46 seconds to go here. Handoff, Webster going to give it to Dougie Sharp. Dougie Sharp going to make a man miss and work upfield. It'll be a 3rd down and 9. The clock is still rolling here in the first quarter. We're going to have at least one more play, more than likely, to close out the first quarter. See if Webster and the guys can pick up their second first down on the day. They can let it run into the end of the quarter, and it looks like that's exactly what they'll do. They'll take the quarter and think about it. The Tritons are up 42-0 at the end of quarter number 1 at Dodger Stadium. This is their home opener. In the 2021 season, the Tritons are 2-0 so far, looking to make it 3-0. Ranked number 8 in the NJCAA, have a chance to be ranked top 4 after this week. If they finish the season top 4, they will move on to the NJCAA playoffs, where they will play for the national championship title. That will be held in Arkansas. The Tritons looking dominant so far. Let's see what else they can do after the short break. 42-0, Tritons on top after quarter number 1. Well, the Tritons are up on top, 42-0. As we get to the start of quarter number 2, you're listening to Hank Ambrose from Triton Nation. We'd like to welcome you. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, the Tritons have been dominant so far. Byron Jarrett has 3 throwing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and another one that went to Dalen Body. Here we go now, the throw over. Uh-oh, looked like they got a man. Big completion for Webster, Landon Webster. Pass was complete to number 2, Keyshawn Johnson. In the opening play in the second quarter, Keyshawn Johnson from Gordon Fine Arts will score. It'll be 42-6. Where did this come from? They got the Tritons sleeping at the start of the second quarter. That is not how you want to start quarter number 2. As Gordon Fine Arts has finally showed life, they have been quiet in quarter number 1. Let's see if this can mount a comeback for Gordon Fine Arts. And it looks like they're going to line up to go for 2. They ain't messing around in this second quarter. We have a lot of football left, folks, so don't call it over and out. we're looking at Gordon Fine Arts in the shotgun. Landon Webster back there with Dougie Sharp. Doubles on each side. No tight end in the set. Sending a man in motion. Gonna snap it. Gonna aim for a fade route. It will go incomplete. So the score, 42-6. With 14 minutes and 50 seconds to go in quarter number 2, you are tuned in to Hank Ambrose of Triton Nation, covering the home opener for the Iowa Central Tritons. It's week number 3 for the NJCAA. Tritons looking dominant so far, but they were asleep to start the second quarter, as the Panthers caught them on their heels. They were ready to go, firing out to a 65-yard touchdown. As it went over to number 2, Keyshawn Johnson. Wide open on a streak route. I was unsure on whose job it was over there. I know the Tritons have been subbing out some defensive players to get some of the substitutions some time to play to get comfortable in a Triton uniform, and it must have just been a miscommunication on the Triton side. Despite the Tritons being up 42-6, Montalto probably upset with that one. You don't want to see those go against you. Those long bombs to start up a quarter. Surely I was not expecting that either. That was technically the second gain of 10 yards for the Panthers. They've only had one first down conversion so far today in a total of 7 drives. That last play went in for a touchdown, so we're not going to call it a first down conversion since it took them just one play in quarter number 2 to get it to go. On a 3rd down and 6. Near the 25-yard line on the Panther side. Here we go now. The Panthers to line up to kick. With Fidel Towel Pitts. Had to play some quarterback today. It was good to see Landon Webster come back into the ballgame after being injured, getting the wind knocked out of him. Threw for a throwing touchdown. He's also got an interception. He threw to Bryant Barrier today. Here we go now for the Tritons. They're going to run up the field to the Panther, to the Triton 40-yard line. It's Anik McKenzie, who's got 2 touchdown grabs on the day. Very shifty player. We've used him a lot for the kick-off return last season as he was a freshman. Probably the fastest player on this Triton team, if not top 3 fastest. As I would bet a house on him winning a 40-yard dash. Here we go now for the Tritons. 44 seconds with 14 minutes remaining. In quarter number 2, the Tritons take over for the first time in the second quarter. So we have a new quarterback in there. We have some substitutions. Alec Trujillo comes in at quarterback wearing the number 18. Levon Bellamy on the carry. He's going to break his way outside. Zach Marker actually checked in at quarterback. Alec Trujillo got to play a little bit of quarterback last week. And the Tritons went on top 41-14 against College of DuPage. Zach Marker is back in a Triton uniform, and he's healthy. Levon Bellamy, gain of 5, 2nd and 5. On the Triton 45. Zach Marker now going to roll out to the left. Going to fire a complete pass now to number 80. On the Tritons, going to be enough for a first down. Going to pick up another 10. After that, it's Isaiah Hazlitt, the freshman for the Tritons. Triton first down. The Triton sub-team looking dominant against Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy as well. Triton's going to take over on Gordon's 33-yard line. They're still moving with it. Shotgun formation for Zach Marker. Zach Marker now going to hand off for Bellamy. Bellamy, gang tackle, trying to work his way outside. A helmet did come off. Brownie called a penalty marker on the field. I didn't see what happened here, so you're going to have to stick with me as I tell you what went down. They just say 21 on the defense, going to have to sit out 1 play. That's Quincy Walker, linebacker for Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy. It was a loss and 3. So we will see a 2nd and 8 now for the Tritons. 2nd and 13. Here we go now for the Tritons. Zach Marker rolling out to the right. He's looking long. He will fire. Intended target that time was number 3. It'll go incomplete. Jordan Coombe, the intended receiver, he's got 3 big-time receptions so far, over 25 yards. He almost waltzed his way into the end zone for the first time today. He's been the drive man so far. He hasn't punched it in yet, Jordan Coombe. Here we go now. So we're looking at double formation on the right, trips out to the weak side. Zach Marker, empty backfield. Back to pass, he's looking. Short, he's going to step up in the pocket, and he will take it for himself. Calling his own number. Going to be a pickup of at least 10, of at least 20. Quarterback scramble. Zach Marker, work your way into the end zone. Roll out the red carpets, Zach Marker, as you just got yourself a reservation for 6. 35-yard rushing touchdown for the backup quarterback, Zach Marker. Way to go, little fella. Bringing the score 48-6. The Tritons are on top in Dodger Stadium with 13 minutes and 18 seconds to go. It took just 5 plays for Zach Marker to get himself a 35-yard rushing touchdown, showing off his best Byron Jarrett impersonation. Colin Swigman to kick. It's up, and he's 7 for 7 on the day for point after attempts. And the Tritons go up 49-6 with 13 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in your first half. The Tritons dominating on all spectrums of the field. If you just tuned in to Triton Nation, you're listening to Hank Ambrose as the TV radio production crews down here covering the football game. A little recap. Keyshawn Johnson, opening play in the second quarter, got the only score for the Panthers. It was a 70-yard touchdown bomb for Gordon Fine Arts. Otherwise, the story of the day has been dominance on the Triton side. An 18-yard rushing touchdown for Byron Jarrett. Followed by that, a Dalen Body 8-yard rush touchdown. Anik McKenzie, back-to-back receiving touchdowns. One went for 2 yards, another for 36. Body also had a receiving touchdown. Went for 2 yards. Harris had a 10-yard receiving touchdown himself. And now Zach Marker, 35-yard rushing touchdown. The Tritons are 7 for 7 for point after attempts and 7 for 7 for drives for scoring a touchdown on each of them. Where's the Panthers? They're 1 for 6. Colin Swigman to kick. Up in the deep blue sky. Gonna be fielded down. Pitts making his way forward. Gonna bring it out to the Panther 35 and near 40-yard line. See where the line crew lines up officially so I can give you the official marker on the field. Forced out of bounds by Collins, linebacker for the Tritons. I gotta tell you, I want to see Colin Swigman get in on a tackle. I love to see the punters and kickers come in, make a huge hit stick type tackle on the Triton side. Swigman hasn't got a tackle yet today, but how great would that be to see that? 49-6, 13 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. Landon Webster in at quarterback, just threw his first throwing touchdown on the day. Back to pass, gonna aim for Pitts. On a comeback route, pass is incomplete, gonna be a 2nd and 10. Officially, Panthers are on their own 33-yard line. They're working left to right on your video screen. Ahmad Glass was there to break up the pass. He's played that hybrid safety, hybrid linebacker role. He's a big guy too. Playing a little bit of defensive back for the Iowa Central Tritons. Finds a way into the defensive line even a few times. Play number 2 of the drive for the Panthers. Back to pass. It's going to be a swing pass. Going to hit Dougie Sharp. Dougie Sharp going to be stopped. A gang tackle for the Tritons. And a swarm of Tritons got there to bring him down. As I'm going to call it, as Garrett Ollendijk, the second-year starter at linebacker for the Tritons. They have 4 returning linebackers. That's one of them. Garrett Ollendijk got there in time. Bryant Barrier, though, he's got one more interception than him on the day. Olendyke has a forced fumble and a sack. Here comes a 3rd and 8. On the 35. Shotgun formation. Back to pass is Webster. He will fire for a swing pass, trying to hit his man. The shifty little target, Tiki Henderson, going to be complete for about 2 yards. It'll be a 4th and 6. The Panthers will be near their own 35-yard line. Let's see if they go for it here. They will call on the punting unit. 49-6 with 12 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. You're listening to Hank Ambrose on Triton Nation. Welcome. Got a beautiful day out to play football and a beautiful day to have a home opener for the Iowa Central Tritons. This is week number 3. They are 2-0 on the season. Gordon Fine Arts are looking for their first win on the season as well. They're 0-2. They've played all games on the road so far. Fidel Pitts going to be back there to punt. Gordon Fine Arts are going to call a timeout. They're going to talk it over. Tell you what, they're going to take a timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Hank Ambrose from Triton Nation. Tritons are on top, 49-6 with 11 and a half minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Stick with us for more Triton football action here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Welcome back, Triton Nation. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose. This is Gordon Fine Arts. Line up to punt with Tau Pitts. Pitts to kick it back deep for C.J. Christian on the Triton side, and it's going to bounce out of bounds as the Tritons will take over on their own 30-yard line. If you missed it, Tritons are up 49-6 with 11 and a half minutes remaining in the first half. They have been dominating. The Tritons have put in their second-string players. Zach Marker just had a 35-yard rushing touchdown on the last possession. Zach Marker, we're going to see a little bit more of him. I was actually expecting to see a little bit of Alec Trujillo to come out, as he played a little bit as a second-string quarterback last week. Zach Marker going to be back there. Levon Bellamy. Bellamy looking for his first touchdown on the day. It's been all Byron Jarrett. Uh-oh, great catch that time by the tight end. Going to stiff arm a player. Going to be a gain of at least 40 yards. Still going fumble. Going to have to jump on it. The Tritons, number 30. Where did he come from? Colton Hogue. Hogue, a freshman for the Tritons. That's the first time I've ever seen him get some action for the Tritons. I wasn't expecting it because he's a tight end that's not wearing gloves. He kind of came out of nowhere. Looks a little bit like Colin Swigman, but I don't know why a kicker would be out there lined up to block, but maybe they just wanted to try a little something out. But no, it was Colin Hogue on the 40-yard reception via Zach Marker. So here goes the Tritons now. Inside the red zone on the Panther side. Gonna hand off for Dalen Body. Body to body his way through for a pickup of at least 5, possibly more. Dalen Body moving and grooving. Brownie, double clarification. He will say it was a gain of 5 as well, so good thing. Got a little blind spot from where I'm sitting. Zach Marker now to hand it off back to Body. Body now working his way forward. He will keep moving with it. Levon Bellamy working his way towards the end zone. It'll be a first down plus 5 yards. Gain of almost 15. The Tritons gonna be yards away from punching it in for 6 yet again. First and goal, Iowa Central Tritons. I'd like to start out our offensive line unit, as this would not happen without them. Maximus McCree, Reese Steele, Elijah Heatherston, Samaje Finch-Garrett, and the right tackle, Reggie Young. Here we go now, the Tritons going to the end zone off of a fade route, incomplete pass. We're lucky there, as it could have been an interception. Quincy Walker was there to pick it off, but just left the hands of him. They're going to sub Bellamy out. Zach Hogue to come back in, who just had the 40-yard reception. He's going to fill in at blocking back. Watch out for him. Zach Marker going to hand it off to Dalen Body. Body to use the right stick to truck forward. Reservation for 6. Bring out the red carpet. The Tritons have scored yet again. They go up 55-6 in quarter number 2 with 10 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first half. 4-play drive took just a minute and 8 seconds to go down and score the length of the field. They drove over 65 yards to get in. Body with a 4-yard rushing touchdown. He wants to lead the Tritons today in overall touchdowns. He's got to catch up to Byron Jarrett for 2 more. Colin Swigman's PAT is good, 56-6. The Tritons are up. 10 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in Dodger Stadium. You're listening to Hank Ambrose of Triton Nation. Folks, if you missed any of the action today, we're going to cover everything on Monday night at 6 p.m. On 88.1 The Point, it'll be Moments with Montalto. Join me, Hank Ambrose, as I'm alongside Coach Montalto and a player or coach, depending on the week. I'll tell you what, I know who I want to talk to this upcoming week, Dalen Body. He's been dominant so far, but we're going to get Garrett Olddyke and Bryant Barrier in there as well to talk about the linebacking core. Eventually for the Tritons, we're going to cover Triton football, Triton volleyball. They've been undefeated so far in the season as well. They've been dominant. Looking for a national championship for the NJCAA tournament. Coach Sarah Horn has looked unbelievable this season. They brought back a lot of returning players on the volleyball side. The soccer team's looking great as well. They're 6-1 on the season for the men's. For the women's, they got a new head coach, Riley Miller. They are 3-3. Colin Swigman for a kickoff, 56-6, 50-point differential. Booming kick, gonna be fielded back towards the 15-yard line. Here comes Tao Pitts. Tao Pitts fielding it forward is Fidel Tao Pitts, gonna be a pickup of nearly 15 yards after he fielded down on the 15. The Panthers will take over on the 32-yard line on their side. It'll be 1st and 10 with 10 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Only one successful drive so far for the Panthers, and it came off of kind of an unexpected play for the Tritons. They weren't on their toes to open up the second quarter, and that's exactly when the Panthers struck them. Panthers haven't had a drive so far go past 3 plays. They picked up only 1 first down so far today. And on that drive, they turned the ball over. With an interception via Bryant Barrier. Back to pass now is Webster. Firing over the middle. Going to be a pickup of at least 10. Working his way forward for another 2 yards. Great reception that time to Fidel Tao Pitts. Tao Pitts, possibly the best player on this Gordon Fine Arts Sports Academy team. 1st and 10. The second 1st and 10 completed today for the Panthers. Maybe this is the drive where they string it back together. Just under 10 minutes to go here in Dodger Stadium. You're listening to Hank Ambrose from Triton Nation. Back to pass. Out of the shotgun. No, it'll go handoff. Gonna run short to the line of scrimmage. Dougie Sharp, as he's gonna be stopped right before the line of scrimmage, matter of fact. It'll be a 2nd down and 12, loss of 2. Dougie Sharp has no answer. You know, he's looked shifty. He's shown off some dance moves, some shifts back and forth here, but overall hasn't picked up a first down for the Panthers on his own terms. So in my book, not a very productive day. Shotgun formation, Dougie Sharp to be back there with his quarterback. Landon Webster, we see doubles. Fidel Pitts in the slots. Gonna fire. Oh! Gonna try to move with the ball before he caught it. Pass was intended for Tiki Henderson. He dropped it. Garrett Olendijk was there on the coverage. It'll be a 3rd and 12 on the Panther 40-yard line. Panthers are struggling so far as they have been all game long. 9 minutes and 3 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Tritons. Days like these are awesome. Start of the home opener, beautiful day out here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, in Dodger Stadium. As we go back to the action here, we see shotgun formation. Webster back to pass, he's looking to the left. He will be clobbered, he will be sacked, and he might have fumbled it. I saw the ball come free. Let's see who jumped on it. Let's see who jumped on it. They're going to say Demetrius Walker with the sack. The Tritons will take over. Fumble on the play. Dominic McMillian. Fumble recovery on the play. The Tritons are going to take over on the Panther 40-yard line. Wow. Brownie providing a score update. Iowa Central Volleyball got 2 victories today. They're going to move 20-0 overall. Goodness. They are playing excellent. They took down the #1 team, Lake Park, recently. That was Highland. Along with that, they also took down DMAC, who's always a struggle. DMAC's got an excellent volleyball program, but regardless, we're back to football here. Levon Bellamy to carry for the Tritons. Going to be a pickup of 7. It'll be a 2nd and 3. 52 on the defense. Helmets came off. Eris Alexander will have to sit out 1 play. Zach Marker's in for the Tritons at quarterback. I also see Dalen Body back there. Timeout called for Gordon Fine Arts. Their 2nd called timeout of the half. The Tritons going to take a timeout as well with them. So let's take a timeout in the broadcast. The Tritons are up 56-6. 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half. Tritons dominating so far. For more Triton football action, stick with us here on Triton Nation YouTube channel. Second down and short. 2nd down and 2. The Tritons are approaching the end zone yet again. Zach Marker going to keep it for himself. Read option. He's going to juke a man. He's going to work his way outside, work his way back up the middle, and he is in. Reservation for 6 will roll out the red carpets. Yet again, Zach Marker, like a Hollywood hero. On the red carpet, he scores yet another rushing touchdown. That is the 2nd over 35-yard rushing touchdown for Zach Marker. And he has filled up my drive chart completely. Gonna have to break out some more paper because these Tritons have been dominant. That'll bring the score 62-6. The Tritons are up against Gordon Fine Arts. 8 minutes and 42 seconds remain in quarter number 2. That timeout didn't do anything for Gordon Fine Arts. They will have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. Colin Swigman. He is 9 for 9 on PATs. Looking excellent today. Got to shout out the offensive line once again. Our starters at left tackle all the way to right tackle. We have 71, Maximus McCree. Left guard, Reese Steele. Center, Elijah Heatherston. Right tackle is Reggie Young, and the right guard, Samaj Finch Garrett. They started today. We have only 1 returning starting offensive lineman, and it's left tackle Maximus McCree, but they are looking dominant today. The Hog Mollies up front, they are bringing down the pancakes. Serving breakfast here, 12 p.m. kickoff for the Tritons. They are looking excellent. 63-6, 8 minutes and 42 seconds to go here. As that was just a 2-play drive that went for over 40 yards. Ended on a Zach Marker 33-yard rush touchdown. Gonna line up to kick off. Collins Flickman to kick it. Back deep into the woods. To Pitts. Pitts now to bring it back out. Pitts working forward. Works up the middle now. Bryant Barrier on the tackle. Uh-oh. May have some extracurricular. We saw a shove in the back over there. No flag was called. It's just state of football, folks. The Tritons are up 63-6. Gordon Fine Arts, they're frustrated. See it on their facial expressions that they're not having the best of days here at Dodger Stadium. It is 63-6. You're listening to Hank Ambrose of Triton Nation. Cover the Tritons play-by-play. If you missed any of the game, tune in to KICD 88.1 The Point, as we will have Moments with Montalto every Monday night at 6 p.m. With your host, me, Hank Ambrose. We're going to be covering Triton football and all around other Triton successful sports. Here we go now. Sending it out. It's going to be an out route. Dumping it out to Tiki Henderson. Going to be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 now. Panthers on the 30-yard line on their side. They're working left to right on your video screen. See what formation to come out in. I feel like I've seen only the shotgun. Yet again, the shotgun with doubles and trips. Here we go now. Back to pass. He's looking. Firing over the middle. Pass will go incomplete. Intended receiver was Kyle Pitts. Broken up by Jeremiah Powell. Backup cornerback for the Tritons. He's tall. Big body. About 6'4" up there, and that is huge for a cornerback. So we exactly know the matchup he will bring to the table when guarding against some of these teams' tight ends. Going up against Iowa Western next week is going to be a big challenge. He's going to play a big factor in that game. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go here. 63-6. Tritons are up. Here we go now. Tao Pitts goes up for the grab and comes down with the football. Pass is complete, and that'll be the 3rd first down on the day for the Panthers. 1st and 10 as they will take over on the Panther 37-yard line. Great snag right there. Here comes play number 4 of this drive. Timeout. The Panthers will take it. Their final timeout of the half. 63-6, the Tritons are cruising here on Triton Nation's YouTube network. Stick with us. We got Hank Ambrose, myself, providing the play-by-play commentary as I will be with you for the halftime report and throughout the rest of the game. For more Triton football, stay with us on Triton Nation YouTube channel. We are back. The band is going crazy. The cheerleaders are out cheering on their boys. 63-6, the Tritons are on top with 7 minutes and 43 seconds to go here. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They will hand it off to Dougie Sharp. Dougie Sharp makes a man miss. He's going to break up the field for a 20-yard gain. Dougie Sharp with the most impressive play of the game for himself right there. He's tackled down, grabbing at his leg. I hope he's okay. Teammate's going to come over to help him up. Uh-oh. Dougie Sharp, the starting running back, may be down. But Kenneth Gordon from Gordon Fine Arts is going to go over to help him up. Uh-oh. He's going to stretch out his knee. Hopefully it's just a cramp here. They're going to leave him down here. Very impressive play by him. It was a 20-yard rush to pick up the first down. That is only the first time today that they have had a 4-play drive. Gordon Fine Arts have been struggling today. They're going to help Dougie Sharp to his feet. He's going to limp off the field. Uh-oh, I hope he's okay. With the help of our head trainer. Hope the best for him. We don't want any injuries to end off the day here. He's going to be checked out on the sideline. And I'll keep you up to date to see the outcome of him, to see if he sits out the rest of the game or what the deal is. Best wishes to Dougie Sharp. He's going to get checked out on the sideline. If you just joined us, 63-6, the Tritons are on top with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. The Tritons on pace to have a 140-point game here in their season opener, in their home opener of the 2021 season. Landon Webster now. He'll hand it off to their backup running back, and it'll be a muffed handoff. The Tritons are going to pick it up. Fumble on the play. Number 13 of the Tritons got there first, recovered by Dominic McMillan. That's his second fumble recovery on the day. He had the fumble recovery last play as well. Last drive, excuse me. The Tritons to take over on their own 49-yard line. Goodness gracious. Tritons so far are 9 of 9 on the day for scoring touchdowns, 63-6. Zach Marker on the field. He will hand it off to the third string running back. Number 32 on the Tritons going to pick up about 5 yards. It's Kane Smith, the freshman sophomore, also eligible for that COVID exception. Pickup of 8 yards officially. It'll be a 2nd and 2. Ball will be marked down on the Panther 47-yard line. Kane Smith, way to go. Just under 7 minutes to go here, and the clock is still ticking. Here we go, pump fake. Gonna try to hit our tight end. Number 86 for the Tritons. That was Carson Hilsenbeck. Gonna fly over his head. Zach Marker looking good so far. I'd like to see some more from him in the passing game, but otherwise, 2 35-yard rushing touchdowns for him on the day. He's looked dominant in a Triton uniform. Zach Marker now. He's gonna hand it off. He's gonna go back to the third string running back, Kane Smith. Kane Smith gonna have enough for yet another Triton first down. Uh-oh. Another helmet came off on Gordon's side. I don't know what's going on. Evidently their helmets are not tight enough. They need to get that checked out before the game, otherwise some serious injury could happen. Goodness, you do not want your helmet flying off as many times as Gordon's helmets have. Regardless, we're back to football. Marker back to pass. He's going to step up to avoid the pressure. He'll step up again. He's going to keep it for himself. Going to pick up at least 5 as he's forced out of bounds. Quarterback keeper. Let's see where they place him officially. Officially going to be a pickup of 9 yards. 2nd and 1 now. Ball going to be placed down on the 25-yard line. Kane Smith and Marker. The 2 backs back there. We will also have a man in at blocking back. So wait a minute. Here we go, handoff Kane Smith. Gonna follow his blockers. He's gonna fall forward for a pickup of yet another Triton first down. That is play number 5 on the drive. They are milking the clock away. We are already a minute into this drive. Play number 5, here comes play number 6. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. The Tritons, they're cooking with canola oil. Zach Marker now, back to pass, he will fire. Oh, dropped pass that time, put it right where he needed to be to number 88, Danny McDermott, the sophomore wide receiver for the Tritons. Perfect opportunity to catch the ball and run with it. but he dropped it. He tried to run before he secured the pass. It'll be a 2nd and 10 now for the Tritons. Here comes play number 7 on the drive. That'll stop the clock. 6 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Gonna hand it off now to Kane Smith. Kane Smith gonna break a tackle and work his way forward. Kane Smith on the carry. Gonna be close to a first down. Will they give it to him? Brownie's gonna help me out. Gonna say a gain of 9. It'll be a 3rd down and 1 now. Kane Smith getting yet another 8 to 9 yard gain. Zach Marker now is out. Gonna have a man in motion. He'll snap it. Hand off to Kane Smith. Smith, do the dirty work. Gonna have a pickup of about 10. The Tritons gonna be inside the 10-yard line on the Panther side. It'll be a 1st and goal Tritons. Officially marked on the 7-yard line on the Panther side. The Tritons are moving with the football. Tritons now to hand off. No, it'll be a play action. Rolling out is Zach Marker. He's going to hit his tight end. His first passing touchdown on the day is going to go to Carson Hilsenbeck, a 7-yard touchdown. Carson Hilsenbeck checked into the ball game just a minute ago, and he's already got a receiving touchdown on the day. Way to go, Zach Marker, finding a man, fooling me out even. Score 69 to 6. The Tritons about to kick the PAT. I thought they were going back to Smith, to be honest with you. Kane Smith has been dominant so far, but no, faked it, rolled out with it, and now Tokan, the backup kicker, actually the punter for the Tritons, hasn't had any action today because the Tritons haven't needed to punt it. So they're going to let him take the PAT. That means Colin Swigman will be 9 for 9 on the PATs, and now Tokan is going to be 1 for 1. 76. Tritons up. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. The Tritons, what can I not say that is negative about them? Man, I'm trying to look deep here. They've just looked too dominant. Dominant is the word of the day in my book, as the Tritons came out today in their home opener in the 2021 season, and they want to come out with a victory. They want the momentum heading into next week against Iowa Western, home in Dodger Stadium. So they're going to look for revenge. They played them twice last season. They lost both times in a nail-biting victory for Iowa Western. Triton's going to have a really busy week to prepare for this one. This is going to boost their confidence for sure. You definitely don't want any starters playing here from on out if you're Jesse Montalto, but you want your guys to still be in football mode. You gotta wonder if I'll put them in for another drive just to test out the waters, make sure everything's flowing, because you don't want them to have turkey feet when it comes to Friday night. Next Saturday, excuse me, I got my mind on high school football. 70 to 6, 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Colin Swigman to kick off. Football, meet Colin Swigman foot. So he will boot it back into the red end zone. It's going to take, oh no, shoot. It's going to take an unfriendly Triton bounce, go out of bounds. They can either elect to re-kick it, or I believe that'll be a 10-yard penalty. Gordon Fine Art's going to gain 10 yards on the field because the kickoff went out of bounds. Ball placed on the 35-yard line with 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. They're taking their time here. I think some of these teams are going to want to try a little bit of trickery plays here, because now is a game where it's either you're going to win by more than 50 points or you're going to lose by 50 points, so you might as well try out a few different things that you haven't tried out yet this season. Landon Webster now in the shotgun, back to pass. He's going to throw it over to the left. Pass was intended for number 2, Keyshawn Johnson. He will drop it. It'll be a 2nd and 10 on the 35. If you just tuned in, You're listening to Hank Ambrose, part of Triton Nation on their YouTube channel. Triton's got 10 touchdowns so far on the day. Let me tell you all about them. 18-yard Byron Jarrett rushing touchdown. Dalen Body had himself an 8-yard touchdown as well. 2 Anik McKenzie touchdowns. Body with a 2-yard receiving touchdown. Harris a 10-yard receiving touchdown. Marker checked into the game with 2 35-yard rushing touchdowns. Zach Marker had himself a throwing touchdown as well to Carson Hilsenbrock, and that's why we're right here. That's 10 touchdowns on the day. As the ball came out, let's see if the Tritons jumped on it. Triton has it. I think they're going to call him down. If they did, it'll be a 3rd and 13. Yep, Brownie with the clarification. Ruling on the field will be the ball carrier was down before the ball came out. So it will be a 3rd and 13 on the 32-yard line on the Panther side. Tritons, you can play conservative here. You can bring your guys back to the first down mark. You don't necessarily have to attack. Last thing you'd want is injuries the rest of the day. Their starting running back is injured. He's got some crutches. I believe he's out for the day. Dougie Sharp. He's got his ankle wrapped. Back to pass is Webster. He's going to try to hit for his man, number 11, Tiki Henderson. He's got wheels, but he doesn't got hands. 70-6 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here. The Tritons may just take over yet again. Let's see if the Panthers play friendly and just punt it away, or if they're going to try to go for it here. Bad news for the Panthers, I got to say. We got another half left of football, but I believe this ball game is good as gone. 70-6 with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. You'd think that we know the end result here, but never say never. As a great believer would say. Punting unit is out there. Tal Pitts. Ref's going to call the play dead. They're going to talk it over. See what they call here. They're going to move it back. I believe that they had... Okay. Delay of game is the official call. 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 4th and 19 on the Panther 27-yard line. They're going to line up to punt it with Tal Pitts. 2 return men for the Tritons, C.J. Christian and Jordan Kuhn. They're saying don't touch it. It's going to take a Triton bounce forward. The Tritons are going to take over on the Panther 45-yard line with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in quarter number 2. I'm Hank Ambrose, tuning in here for some more Triton football action. If you missed it, plug in my show. Every Monday night at 6 p.m. on 88.1 The Point, we're going to talk with Coach Montalto and many more about Triton sports, highlighting the best from Triton football, along with Triton volleyball, basketball, wrestling, cross-country, track, and so much more. That is Monday night at 6 p.m. Moments with Montalto on 88.1 The Point. Here we go. Here come the third stringers. We're going deep. Harmon Miller, quarterback for the Tritons, will check in. Harmon Miller to hand it off to Kane Smith. Kane Smith is off to the races. He is off to the races. 45-yard rush, touchdown. Harmon Smith, first time he was in at quarterback for the Tritons, and he's 1 for 1 on his career with a handoff to Kane Smith. Go ahead, fella. Celebrate into the end zone. You just went yard. 76-6. The Tritons are steamrolling. 45-yard rush touchdown for Kane Smith once again. He was kind of robbed of a rushing touchdown the last possession, to be honest with you, because he had 3 long rushes that would have resulted in 6. But at the very last second, Coach Montalto brought in Zach Marker to throw a dime to Carson Hilsenbrock for a 7-yard receiving touchdown. The PAT is good. 77-6 in the first half with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the second quarter. Keep in mind, Snow College, when they went up against this team, they finished with the score 85-0. The Tritons are 77-6, as we haven't even touched halftime yet. Say what you want, but maybe a got a little more skill for the Tritons over Snow College. I don't want to get ahead of myself. The defending NJCAA national champions, though, they're going to have a hard time as they will battle the Tritons later on this season. Tritons going to line up for kickoff here, 77-6. Colin Swigman for the kickoff. On the 35, he's going to pin it back deep. Keep it in bounds this time. Tao Pitts to return it. He's going to move upfield for a gain of about 30 yards. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. No, 28. Wrong side of the line, Hank. Regardless, we are here supporting the Iowa Central Tritons in Dodger Stadium, broadcasting on Triton Nation's YouTube page. You're listening to Hank Ambrose from KICB and Triton Nation. 77-6, the Tritons. I can't say how proud I am enough of the Tritons today. Obviously, one side was unmatched compared to the other side, the Tritons. They're just preparing for next Saturday when they take on Iowa Western, home in Dodger Stadium. You know what? It's nice to have a little tune-up. Every good band tunes up. Tritons are going to do the same. Shotgun formation now. Back to pass is Webster. He will look long. He will fire for the man that had the touchdown in the start of the second quarter. Keyshawn Johnson going to go over his head and out of bounds. 77-6. Remain your score with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go here. Tritons are big brothering against this Gordon Fine Arts School. Bullying them out here. In the shotgun now. Webster to fire. Intended receiver was number 8. He will catch it. It's Vashawn Plaisir. Gets his first catch on the day. It'll be a 6-yard gain, a 3rd and 4 coming for the Panthers. Now the Panthers will be on their 32. I thought they were going to start from there, but no. 3rd down and 4. Third down and 4 for Gordon. In the shotgun. Got doubles on each side. Man in motion, back to pass now is Webster. He will throw and he will try to hit a target. Incomplete pass and a dropped interception for the Tritons. That was number 29 that about picked it off for the Iowa Central Tritons. That would have been Perry Slater, the freshman. Getting his first Triton action today. Oh. Oh no. Roughing the passer against the defense against number 91, Demetrius Walker, who had a personal foul, a block in the back early on in the second quarter, excuse me. I fumble over my words there. So it'll be an automatic first down and a gain of 15 yards for Gordon FA. Shotgun formation, see the doubles. But I believe you guys knew that was coming. It's been 90% of their formation. The handoff now to the backup running back, it's Mike Frank, who fumbled on his first carry. Oh, got some extracurricular on the field now. Got a dog pile on Mike Frank. Let's make sure everyone gets up and out of there. Jeez. We had a Triton at the very bottom of the pile. A very big defensive end for the Tritons. It was 96, Deontay Bryant. He got up and he appears to be okay. The big-bodied defensive end for the Tritons. Luckily, he's okay. We're going to keep playing football. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now. On Gordon's 46-yard line. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go here. Back to pass. Dumping it off. Going to hit his target. Pass complete to Mike Frank. Pass was complete, but they will lose 5 yards. Kendall Young was there for the Tritons to make the tackle. The tackle for loss, I should say, which is a lot more impressive than just a normal form tackle. 3rd and 15 for the Panthers. Panthers going to be on their own 41-yard line, trying to move the rock. But today, football has been their kryptonite. 77-6. Minute and a half remain here in the first half. Colin for Pirate. An audible here, trips out to the right, the strong side. They're going to aim for Keyshawn Johnson. Goes up, but it's going to miss his target. Here comes a 4th and 15 now. I like the idea. They faked a bubble screen to the strong side. They fired up to Keyshawn Johnson, who had a 75-yard touchdown grab earlier, the only touchdown on the day for Gordon. But Ahmad Glass is too strong, too mean, and too deadly of a weapon to get past. Ahmad Glass makes up for his pass blown coverage, plays great defense there, and now Gordon F.A. is going to show punt. So we'll have C.J. Christian and Jordan Coombe back there to return. Two of a few of the fastest players on the Tritons. But I think Nick McKenzie might have them a little beat. Tritons running 2 return men just in case they go for a fake. We haven't seen a fake punt yet for Gordon F.A. I don't know if they got one up their sleeve or not. Fidel Tao Pitts now to punt. He will fake it. I called it out there. It'll be a pickup of a 1st down and 17 yards. Fidel Pitts will step out of bounds. That's kind of why we had 2 return men back there to stop the 1st down. C.J. Christian and Jordan Coombe could not get there in time. And now Gordon F.A. will pick up the 1st down. This is their longest drive of the day so far. 6 plays, over 4 minutes. Gordon F.A. They're putting a drive together. 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in the first half as Tao Pitts stepped out of bounds. It looked like he had an option upon it as he rolled out right, thought about it, and kept it for himself. Doubles now on each side. Webster, he's going to fire right away. Going to hit number 11, Tiki Henderson. Henderson blown up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of just 2. 2nd and 8. The clock is still ticking. If Gordon F.A. wants to score, they're going to have to hurry up. We haven't seen them be able to do a hurry-up offense at all today. The Tritons, that's their check mark play. That's a cornerstone move. Their finisher, their signature, if you will. 35 seconds to go here. Gordon F.A. looks tired, they look weary, and they look like they want to be done for the day. Mike Frank going to be the back and at tailback. 26 seconds to go. Don't have any timeouts. Webster going to fire outside. They're going to hit Tao Pitts. Tao Pitts is brought down. Late penalty marker on the play. I think it's going to be a face mask going against the Tritons. It was number 28, Austin Klein, the defensive back, on the coverage. He kind of extended his bicep and ripped out the helmet of Tao Pitts. Tao Pitts has done everything so far for Gordon Fine Arts. He's their punter, their return man. And he's made the most of his receptions today. He's got 10 now on the day. Yep, personal foul defense against the defense. They're going to say against number 13, but it was actually against number 28, Austin Klein. Regardless, same action happens. Going to be a gain of 15 and an automatic 1st down for Gordon Fine Arts. They're going to be inside the Triton red zone for the first time today, as their first touchdown was a 75-yard bomb to Keyshawn Johnson. 19 yards away from getting the Holy Grail, 6 points. Their most impressive drive to date. 8 plays, over 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they have 0 timeouts remaining. They're going to swap out a ball. Gordon F.A. getting ready to go here. Webster will keep it. He'll have to fire right away as he's got a lot of pressure to him. Triton linebacker core got there way too quick, within a blink of an eye. Number 33, Shamor Collins, an outside linebacker, was the first Triton there. He didn't get the sack, but he got to disrupt the pass, that's for sure. Put it down in your book. 9-play, 4.5-minute long drive, 17 seconds to go here in the first half. You're listening to Hank Ambrose from Triton Nation. So we got the TV crew out here at Dodger Stadium, providing coverage of the home opener of the 2021-2022 season for the Iowa Central Tritons. Landon Webster, doubles on each side. Mike Frank back there to block. Gonna throw it up for Keyshawn Johnson for the end zone. It's gonna go wide and out of bounds. It'll be 14 seconds remaining here. Incomplete pass. Here comes a 3rd down and 10. Gordon F.A. has no timeouts, so in my opinion, you should either, to be honest, you want to take 2 shots to the end zone here. I mean, you don't really have time to throw for a 1st down and spike it, and if you do, you'd only have just about a second remaining. You could, but if I'm in Gordon F.A.'s shoes, it's a little too close to comfort for me. I'm firing 2 to the end zone here. Trips to the weak side. Back to pass. Gonna fire for the end zone. Incomplete pass. Way over the head for the intended receiver that time. Number 8, Vashawn Plazier. We got a Panther down. It's an offensive lineman for them. They only have 7 offensive linemen on the roster. Trey Bryant is down. Left tackle for them. That's going to be a big loss for them. Oh. You didn't hear that, folks. 77-6. 11 seconds to go here in the first half. This first half has gone on for 2 hours now. We started with a 12 p.m., a noon kickoff here in Dodger Stadium. The Tritons have been running up the score, stopping the clock. That is why it's gone on for 2 hours. Usually these games just go on for about 2.5. Goodness. 77-6. Tritons, of course, are on top. At home against Gordon Fine Arts. Offensive lineman got up. He'll walk off the field to his own power. He looks to be okay. I hope the best for his health. It is Trey Bryant. They're going to have to find an offensive tackle to replace him. As I said earlier, they are very minimal at that position. They're going to have to bring in possibly a defensive lineman. I'm going to guess either Alan Cantrell Hill or Davion Rucker, who wear 98 and 99. Yep. Out comes Alan Cantrell Hill to fill in for the injured Trey Bryant. Trips out to the weak side. 4th down and 10 for Landon Webster. What will he do with the football? You are 16 yards away from the end zone. He's going to draw the Tritons offsides. Great job by Landon Webster. The first time he's controlled the line of scrimmage, drawing a Triton offside. No. Goodness gracious. They will call a false start against the offense. This couldn't be worse for Gordon Fine Arts. I thought it went against the Tritons. Finally something to go for Gordon, but no, it's going to go against them. Here comes a 4th and 15 now for Landon Webster. Webster. I'm assuming he'll take a shot to the end zone here. Back to pass, rolling out to the right. He's going to look, and he's going to keep it for himself. He will be tackled out of bounds by number 13, the linebacker for the Tritons, Dominic McMillan, who has 2 fumble recoveries on the day, and now a tackle to his name. The Tritons are going to take over now with 5 seconds remaining in the first half. You have to think that they'll just knee it out. Tritons, a lot of dominance early on here. Let's see who comes out for the Tritons. Actually, I think I see Zach Marker. Yeah, Zach Marker's going to come back into the ball game. Maybe he wasn't ready last drive, but we had number 15, Harmon Miller, with his first action in at quarterback. Or no, is that? Let's see. Yeah, is that? Yep, Zach Marker will kneel. Harmon was also in. Confused me a little bit, but regardless, folks, that'll be your half. 77-6. The Tritons are rolling, they are moving, and they are grooving. As Gordon Fine Arts have no answers for them. Let's see if they can come back and at least make this a close contest here. As this is the home opener for the Iowa Central Tritons. The Tritons look dominant. They look prepared to go up against Iowa Western, a top 5 ranked school in the NJCAA. They are ready to battle against them. If you missed any of today's game on Triton Nation's YouTube channel, once again, check out Moments with Montalto every Monday night at 6 p.m. on KICB 88.1 The Point. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose, a part of Triton Nation, as we will have a 20-minute halftime break, as we're going to give you the play-by-play coverage once again to start off the second half. With more Triton football, it lives here on Triton Nation YouTube channel.